Hi, everyone. It's Solicitor Ronald Onyango here, 31st of January 2024. Um, I wanted to speak about the Home Office recent updates announced yesterday, 30th of January, in connection with the major immigration reforms that some were announced last year and have just been provided with their key effective dates. These are the 7 key dates which I want to discuss today. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. And any returning subscribers, please feel free to share the information. Right. As I mentioned in my brief interlude on TikTok, uh, the announcement by the Home Office are geared towards the transformation to the UK's legal migration system. It is considered to be one of the reforms that will aid towards bolstering border security, and also a myriad of reasons provided that they will drive down what are classed as unsustainable and unfair levels of migration. Um, um, Obviously, no doubt this is going to impact on many migrants, as at the same time it aims to curb what the office considers as abuse of migration systems, and it will ensure that those who choose to make the UK as their home can afford to do so. Um, Now, I've tried to summarize and just to highlight the key dates that are important. Um, Date effective 11th of March is one of the dates. This one concerns care workers. Care workers and specifically that the curtailment of them being able to bring their dependents. There is now going to be a restriction with effective to 11th of March. That restriction on care workers will no longer be able to bring their dependents. On the same date of 11th of March, there's another further reform that takes effect on that date. That There is going to be a requirement by care providers to register with the CQC, Care Quality Commission, if they intend on sponsoring any migrant workers. I think this is also aimed at being able to streamline those sectors which have had many workers abused. I think it's positive news for those who work in those sectors, as it will enable them to work in more secure environment. Another key date is the 14th of March, and this concerns skilled workers. However, it touches on the removal of the 20% discount. Um, with effect from 14th of March this year, there's going to be a removal of the 20% reduction, which previous going rate deduction for occupations on the shortage occupation list. This actually enabled many migrants to qualify, even those who would not have qualified under the threshold. However, this will no longer apply and the full rate will be expected. A further date of importance is the 4th of April 2024, where the skilled workers minimum salary will increase. The new increase to minimum salary required for those arriving on skilled workers will increase from 26,200 to 38,700. This is a whopping 48% increase, and is said to be able to, that it will drive down numbers. So for those who intend to embark on this route, please ensure that your applications are well in before those dates. Otherwise, you will be expected to comply on the new salary threshold. Another date that is relevant is the 11th of April 2023, and under the family visa, there is going to be an increase of the minimum income required threshold for family visas. And this is being done in phases, and phase one has moved this to be 29,000. I also wish to just point out that at the beginning of this year, following announcements that were made last year, there were some reforms that focused on students. And this came into force January 2024, which effectively ended the ability of nearly all postgraduate students to bring dependents in the UK. I mean, obviously, no doubt this will affect many families, and we're already seeing how it's impacting on their lives. Uh, in February, which is now the month we are commencing, in less than about a week, 6th of February, the IHS is going to increase by 66%. So the cost of IHS will increase from by 66%, which will be now 1,035. And last but not least, I need to just bring to your attention a date that commences from today, 31st of March, on visit visas. There is an enhancement of how the UK desires to do business with the rest of the world. And one of the reforms is that the visit visa uh, will now have an expansion of its permitted activities to make it easier to do business in the UK. This is positive news, as it will widen and perhaps allow those who may not have been able to carry out some activities to be able to do so moving forward. In summary, those are some of the dates which are relevant. I mean, looking at all this now, it looks like the system is getting tighter, and it may be worth it to consider some of this will impact on a majority of workers who are intending on coming to the UK, be it on the salary threshold or family reasons or various other aspects. Um, if any of those reasons feel any of those reasons affect you and you want some further clarification, you can always